Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until probably about 5 o'clock. Y'all not keeping me here late today, just so y'all know. Y'all not keeping me here late today. But yeah, I'm here. Hope everybody's doing good. As always, I start the show off by saying hello to everybody. I'm laughing about something that happened like right before the clock went out, and it just kind of tickled me a little bit. It's unimportant what it was. Well, let me say hello to everybody. Y'all know how I like to do this. This is the best part of the show. After this is downhill. After this is down. I feel like I got too much headroom here. Too much. It's a little too much. I need to adjust the camera a little bit. I need to add a camera too. I need to add camera too. It's always an issue trying to add a different angle. But I need this camera to be back a little bit. All the way back here. And then I need one camera to be here. Maybe from a slightly different angle from over here. Something I'll work on. I hope everybody's day is going good. As I was saying, I say hi to people who say hi to me. And, then the show goes downhill. So let's get to the best part of the show. Robert Willis, good afternoon. We got Erica Hummins, good afternoon. Number 1 and number 2, respectively. She's representing Reading. Thank you guys for joining the show. Everything is right in the world. As long as I got Robert Willis and Erica Hummins in the top 3, everything is right in the world. And then number 3, one of my haters. But I love her. Myosha in the house. So I still don't know how I feel about this music. I missed the Zen intro. I love you, Myosha, and thank you for checking out the show. We got Regina Denson Griffin in the house, representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. Fame in the house. Fame says, I'm first. F yeah. You might have been first on that particular Facebook page, but you weren't first overall. But, hey, you were 1, 2, 3, 4, top 5. Top 5, you can't beat top 5. Well, you could. Top 3. But top 5 is just fine. Fame, thank you for checking out the show. Lewis Talbert in the house, representing Sharonville. Good afternoon. We got Maria Smith in the house, representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. Mike Ballard in the house, representing Madeira. I met Mike Ballard at, was it called Renew then? Charlie Winburn's church. I met Mike Ballard at Charlie Winburn's church. I think that's where we officially met. Am I wrong about that? I feel like I might have met you a number of years earlier at the radio station, but I'm not 100% sure that was you. So tell me, Mike, where did we meet? The first time we ever met, where did we meet? Because I think it might have been at the radio station in the early 2000s. But I'm not 100% sure. But Mike Ballard in the house, representing Madeira, good afternoon. Lewis C.K. Johnson in the house, good afternoon. Got Crystal Smith in the house, representing East Walnut Hills. That's Crystal. I don't know where I got Crystal. Carolyn Smith in the house, representing East Walnut Hills. I forget how to read every once in a while. Butler Brown, representing Cartersville, Georgia. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Tria in all her classiness. Afternoon, King and crew. She's representing Columbia Township. Good afternoon, Tria. We got Vincent Jones in the house. What's good? He say Blue Ash is in the building. Vincent representing Blue Ash. All right. Drea representing Sycamore Township. Good afternoon, Drea. Good afternoon. We got Pamela Kinney in the house representing North Avondale. Good afternoon, Pamela. Good afternoon. Pat Rogers. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I appreciate you joining the show. Al Johnson representing Middletown. All right. Can't beat that. Good afternoon. Preston Smith. He says he's representing Avocado. Are you trying to be funny, or is there an actual place that I'm not aware of called Avocado? Or is it avocado? I say avocado. Is it avocado? Either way, it don't matter. You know, I've never tasted avocado. Never. Not at one time. I don't get guacamole when I go to Chipotle. It might be delicious for all I know. It might be delicious. It just don't look good. It don't look good. But Preston in the house, good afternoon. Angela Kinney says, good afternoon, and please update me on the latest drama. Thank you kindly. There is no drama. There is no drama. None. But thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Myosha in the house. Myosha says, I am your top hater. That is shameful. Something to be proud of. And you're a grown-ass woman. That is shameful. Lenora DeLions Williams Phelps, representing Atlanta. Good afternoon. That is a lot of names. And I'm glad that you brought every single one of those names to the afternoon experiment. Thank you for checking out the show. And Angela says she's at the LWWC. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Andrea, representing downtown. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Myosha says, did you speak when you met Mike Ballard? Because you know you don't be speaking to folks. You are a hater. You are a hater. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Dina Johnson in the house, representing Walnut Hills. Good afternoon, Dina Johnson. And she called me honorable. That's a smart woman right there. That is a smart woman. Dina, I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know if we know each other or just know each other through social media, but I can tell just based on that comment, you are a very wise and intelligent woman. And it is my honor to have you here on the show. Nat Turner, representing Madville. Good afternoon, Nat. Carolyn Smith. What the hell is Crystal Smith? I don't know. I told you I forgot to read just for a minute. Give me a break. Charlie Winburn changed the name of his church. I've never heard of a church changing their name. Maybe location, but not the name. He changed it a couple times. Sometimes you got to change names. Tanika in the house, representing Orlando. Good afternoon, Tanika. I appreciate you. Let me see. This is CK. I'm at McDonald's in Kenwood eating on a $5 McChicken, extra cheese, extra bacon, and pickle. Congratulations. Typo. Avondale. Oh. Oh, okay. You said avocado. I don't know why that is as funny to me as it is. Preston is representing Avondale, not avocado. Oh, when he says he eat guacamole on everything, all right. Myosha says avocado is nasty, and she should know. Because, hold on. Let me take that back. I might be wrong. Because sometimes, every once in a while, I say things that I shouldn't say. I'm sorry, Janice. That's just the way I have to say it. Janice told me I'm not allowed to say y'all anymore, too. Just so you know. But sometimes I say things that maybe I shouldn't say. And I have these perceptions in my head, right? But my perception, and it's just a perception, it could be totally wrong. My perception is always avocado eaters, white women. White women. I'm not saying that some, white men might eat it too, because, they wives cooking for them, so, they got to eat guacamole dip and stuff like that. But, and I'm sure there's some black people and some Latinos and well, maybe Latinos too. But mainly, the people I hear raving about avocados are white women. And I know that my good friend Myosha is good friends with a lot of white women. So, I'm shocked that you don't like avocados. Shocked. But I could be off base. Do y'all know a lot of black people in particular who get down with avocados? Oh, I was so angry. I went to the store and they were out of avocados. I wouldn't even know how to choose an avocado. Do they go bad? I imagine they go bad. How do you pick one? Do it need to be firm? Do it need to be not firm? How do you pick an avocado at the store? I don't even know that I've ever seen an avocado at a store in my location. I don't know. I'm asking. It's a serious question I want to know the answer to. How many of y'all eat avocados? And if you eat them, you know what I'm saying? Are you one of my Caucasian listeners or are you one of my not Caucasian listeners? Just curious. I'm just curious. Brenda, representing Fairfield. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Veronica in the house, representing College Hill. Good afternoon. Nat says avocado is a superfood full of nutrients. So you eat it? Do you eat avocados? Nathaniel in the house, representing Detroit. Tanika out there in Florida. I'm guessing that means you down with avocados, Tanika. Myosha says, I'm very proud of my top hater status. And Angela says, guess that means I have to go find it myself. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't. Let me see. Twin says, what up, E-Man? Bonita, representing Roseline. Good afternoon. Nate says, there was another school shooting earlier today. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it in a minute. And Angela says, you met Mike Ballard at the Lincoln Wear Walking Club. No, I know I didn't. Twin says, I'm repping Finneytown, selling the E-Man t-shirt. Long as I get a cut, bro. I don't even have to get a cut, man. Yeah, however you got to come up. You come up however you got to come up. Daryl say, what up, messy A people? Checking in from the park. All right. Good afternoon, Daryl. Yissy Reed, representing Bond Hill. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Dina says, I've been listening to you for 10 plus years. All right. Well, you can't beat that. Thank you for your support over all these years. Daryl says, you can say y'all. Quit being a punk to these women in the chat. Hey, Janice is my favorite. And if she tell me to stop saying that word, I won't say that word. Unless I know for a fact that she's not here. Jerica, hola, me familiar? Thank you for checking out the show. Carolyn says, I put frozen avocados in my smoothies. All right. Jerica says, moderately firm. So that means you are an avocado eater. I mean, is that a correct assumption on my part? Lenora says, avocado must be prepared correctly. It's not very palatable if not. Try an avocado toast recipe. One of these days, I'm going to try it. One of these days, I'm going to try it. But I got to build up my nerve. It just looks so nasty. Dina says, I love avocados. Damn near cut my pinky finger off cutting through one. Well, damn. Janice says, hey, everybody. Hey, Janice. Preston says, hell yeah, I do know a lot of people from the hood that eat guacamole. And I had a coworker tell me he's never seen someone eat so much guacamole as me. Okay, I'm learning. I'm learning. Erica says, I eat avocado. Very good and healthy. Okay. And Lenora says, I occasionally do, and she is not white. Chelsea says, I like avocado. Chelsea, you right there almost in the same boat as Myosha. You are, wealthy. She is wealthy. And, y'all have a lot of Caucasian wealthy friends. So, Angela says, I eat them and have healthy black friends that similarly do. Okay. Daryl says, eating avocados is gay. That's funny. That's funny. I don't think it's gay. I just don't know a lot of black people who eat them, but apparently, maybe I do. Maybe I'm part of the problem. Butler Brown says, I eat avocado. Drea says, I like avocados. Jerica says, my Hispanic cousin eats avocado toast. My Hispanic stepdaughter loves avocado with various seasonings. Okay. All right. Let me see. Ben says, what's up? Representing Mason. Good afternoon, Ben. Thank you for checking out the show. Michael Pryor says, hey, sir. I'm going to guess that's what you're saying. Thank you. Janet says, I've tried, but haven't acquired a taste for them. I'm going to taste one day. Really what I think I'm going to do is get a little bit of avocado on the side one of these days when I go to Chipotle. Actually, I did this once, but I couldn't bring myself to eat it. I got a little side of avocado because and I was like, I could get avocado. They tried to charge me for it. I was like, no, I'm not paying for that. If I would have just got it smacked on the top of my bowl, would y'all have charged me for it? And they're like, no. Then give me the amount that y'all would have put on top of the bowl. Don't charge me for no side of avocado. For no side of guacamole. And that's what they did. And I brought it home and I put it in the refrigerator, but I just couldn't bring myself to even taste it. I just couldn't. It was one of them times where, you go, maybe y'all don't know, but sometimes you go to Chipotle and it's okay. It's okay. But every once in a while, they done cooked it right. And for everybody, there's a specific way that they like stuff cooked. I like stuff cooked. Like if you cooking for me, it's very difficult to overcook for me. Is it well done? I'm almost like the girl in Saturday Night Live. I want my meat extra well done. You know what I'm saying? So they had cooked it. It had a nice crisp on it. It was the peppers were nice and crisp and done right, or fajitas as I call them, were done right. Everything was right, and I started eating it, and I was like, this is a good bowl. And so I wasn't gonna mess it up with no guacamole, but I might have liked the guacamole. I'm gonna try it. Ben says avocados are a hippie white woman food. That's kind of how I felt about it until I asked this question. And now, see, that's the beauty of this. I keep telling y'all, I'm open to new information. And as many black people so far who have said, I eat them and I like them, y'all changing my mind. Maybe, Ben, it's not a hippie white woman food. Maybe it's delicious and we just don't know it. Because we stuck in our little ways. Thinking what we like is, one thing and, hey, might go. I'm going to just try some some guacamole dip. Or some guacamole on the side at Chipotle. That's going to be my intro to it. Pamela says an avocado is best when it feels like the palm of your hand right under your thumb. Just press on that part of the palm and that's how the avocado should feel, okay? Tanika says, I just bought some avocados today. They are delicious, mashed with a little salt, onion, salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. All right. Mike says, we first met in the early 2000s at the radio station on Summit when J Love allowed guest hosts for a day, of which I was one. We also attended an evening course at Renew in 2013. I joined Renew in 2014. I thought I remembered you from the radio station, but I didn't, I wanted to be sure because, just because. So yeah, I remember you. I remember you on the show, and yeah, I remember you. Yes, I do. Genesis, just don't say it all the time. I'm not saying it anymore, Janice. You said don't say it. I'm not going to say it. Nat says, black folk need to eat more avocado and less salty chips. Apparently, black folk are eating plenty of avocados. And white folks are eating plenty of salty chips. Don't be like me. Be better than me. Don't be stereotyping my people. Shame on you, Nat Turner. Crystal, good afternoon, representing the Christ Hospital. I like how you say our name, putting respect on it. Thank you. I try, Crystal. I respect y'all. Chelsea said, I don't have a lot of wealthy Caucasian friends. I do have some, though, and I'm not wealthy either. Whatever. You ain't fooling me. Yissy says, I love avocados. Really? See, I'm learning. Mike Pryor says, I love it in my Chipotle bowl. I'm just scared to try it. Angela says they prefer being part of the Kankles crew. All right. It's just so, you don't have to be mean. Don't have to be mean to people. Tanika says, I'm not a fan of pre-made guacamole. I like to make it myself. All right. And Jerica says, it's not Chipotle. It's Chipotle. Who said Chipotle? Who said that? Nobody said Chipotle. Nobody calls it that. Guacamole looks like vomit and diarrhea. No, I'm not eating that. It does kind of look like that. You don't strike me as a guacamole eater. I don't think you'll like it. Don't be trying to keep all of the daggone guacamole for yourself. Nah, y'all telling me how delicious it is. I'm gonna try it. Damn it. Chipotle doesn't put any or enough citric acid in their guacamole. Thus the reason it turns brown immediately. Every time I see it, it's green. Naisha, good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Says, I love guacamole. This is my people turning against me. 2 of my nieces are against me in the guacamole wars. Daryl says, black folk who eat avocados striving to be hippie white women. Blade, he has problems with words. So y'all have to forgive him. He said, you that green S. That doesn't make sense. Just read it. Like, read it out loud. Read it out loud. Read it like your boy do. You can just read it to yourself, but move your lips. Because you can't read without moving your lips. So just read it to yourself, moving your lips. And you'll be like, oh, that don't make sense. Let me put another word in here, or let me take a word out or something. Because I don't know what you mean. You that green S. Are you saying that I am guacamole? I don't know what it is that you're saying. Fame.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, okay. Fame.
Good. Y'all talking about avocados and whatnot. Apparently, they are the food you should eat
Apparently.
because the U.S. Stopped allowing them to be imported from Mexico. So
Oh.
if the U.S. don't want you to have it, that means it's probably good for you.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, a couple years ago, they said it was something about a death threat or something, like a credible death threat or something that one of the U.S. inspectors had. So that's why they stopped the the importing of it. But I think they realized that the health benefits and said, no, we're not. We don't want those. We don't want Americans eating these things. Or at least the ones from Mexico, that is.
I think though that might be some anti-Mexican stuff.
Like I said, yeah, it's something about a death threat. You know what I'm saying? If I remember right, you have to look it up. But yeah, it was something about a death threat to a safety inspector
I'll look into it.
or something like that.
I will.
However, yeah, that was all I wanted because y'all were talking about. Because I don't like them. Somehow, I had a pizza from Panera Bread about a year ago,
Okay.
and somehow, avocado, guacamole got on there, and so I took a bite of it. I was like, this tastes gross.
What do it taste like?
It foam.
Huh.
It tastes like foam. It tastes like a damn. It tastes like a styrofoam cup. Like, what the hell is this?
That
You know what I'm
doesn't
saying?
sound like
I
something
bit it,
I
I was like,
would
what the hell is this? I like guacamole. It's just like, I've only been to Panera one time in the last year because of that.
Huh.
I was so disgusted from it. Like, guacamole, avocados, they taste disgusting. But, apparently that's what they're good. Apparently they're good for you. That's why they taste, so bad.
Interesting. Well, I gotta try it for
looking-
myself, but I'm not looking forward to it.
No, don't, man. Just it is what it's gonna be at this point. You 50, whatever. You ain't about to turn your health around.
What kind of shit
All
is that?
all that drinking and drugging you've been doing over for 30 years, it's over. You ain't about to turn that down, turn that around.
That is horrible to tell somebody.
I mean, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you're gonna be able to do about it just because you done ate a couple bananas and avocados.
I'm about to turn
These
it
people
around,
switching
fam.
up from.
I'm about to turn
Right.
it around.
Okay, I mean, God works miracles. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, people kill me, they don't drink cow milk no more, they're only drinking, even though almond milk is much better. Yeah, that's a bad example.
I've
because
never
I
tried
totally-
almond milk either. I just can't. I want to try it. I've had some at the house, and I even poured some in a cup, and I was like, no. Well, one of these days I'm going to try it.
See, I'm a cold cereal freak, so therefore, I use it on my cold cereal, and I went back to cow's milk, and it was disgusting. The cow's milk, it tasted mucusy and fleshy, and it was just. I was like, okay, I'm done with that. So that was a bad example by me to pull that out. But yeah, because it ain't gonna change my health around, but it just tastes better than cow's milk to me.
Okay.
So, but that's all I got, man. I don't want to hold you up. Hope everything is well. Anybody got any problems? Want to direct them at the host. You can gladly meet me at the Winwoods Old Spaghetti Factory, Tuesday, 6:30. I'll buy you some spaghetti. We can talk about it. But we done with these podcasts, soap opera dramas and shit. Like it's corny. You guys are 50-year-old men out here fussing and arguing.
Nobody's fussing.
Just these 40 and 50-year-old men out here on these podcasts, talking like they can't get along, don't know how to just ignore each other or just, mind their business. You know what I'm saying?
I know what
So,
you're saying.
that's all I got, champ. Hey, it's always a pleasure, Emanuel. You and your listeners, y'all be well. Oh, yeah!
Thank you for your call. All right, let me get through these hellos. Let me get through the hellos. Y'all got me off what I was talking about. Let me see. T. Mikey G. T. Mikey G in the house. Good afternoon. T. Mikey G tried to take a shot at me earlier today, talking about I was stealing. Man, I'll be seeing stuff. Diane. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Diane. Let me see. We got Daryl. Lonzo in the house. Lonzo says most of us use avocados for nachos and tacos. That's it. All right. Brent Beard, representing Dallas, Texas. He says it's 76 degrees. All right. Pat wants to know, do I like asparagus? No. Oh, Got Naisha in the house. I already said hello to her. Tanika says there's no Lee in Chipotle. It's Chipotle. I get that, but it feel better when I say Chipotle. It feel better. Richard Campbell in the house. Good afternoon. Jason. Good afternoon. Representing Coleraine. Good afternoon. I'm scrolling through. Iona Bentley says we talking about avocados today. Avocados were brought up. What? Because I see that little eye roll thing. What would you like to talk about, Iona? Iona is choosing the topic today. That's the rule here. If you criticize the topic, then you have to choose the topic. So Iona criticized the topic. It's reasonable. Even though there's nothing wrong with figuring out, dispelling racial myths. Nothing wrong with that. But for some people, that's not, it's not exciting. So, no. You don't get to criticize the topic and then not bring a topic to the table. This is a different kind of show. This is the kind where when you criticize the topic, you bring something to the table. Let me see. I think we got Esteban in the house representing Westwood. I'm just scrolling through to make sure I say hello to everybody. Stephanie Hyatt, good afternoon. She's representing Roselawn. Good afternoon. Let's see. I think I said Diane Huddleston Angel. If not, Diane in the house. Good afternoon. I think I got to everybody else. Rodney McMillan. Hello, Rodney McMillan. Good afternoon. Let's see. I think I got everybody. Ibadathia, good afternoon. You watching the NFL this season? Is Colin Kaepernick a quarterback on somebody's team? Have they gotten a black majority owner? I don't think so. So no, not watching it. Richard Campbell, good afternoon, representing Mount Healthy. And that's it. I think I got to everybody. All right. So that's it. My hellos. Let's get to this. Earlier, CNN was reporting at least 4 dead, 30 injured in a school shooting in Georgia. And I see where Al Johnson says shooting in Georgia. Al, what do you think about that? Al? Stephanie says, I listed twice, didn't want you to miss me. I wasn't going to miss you. I don't think so. Is Richard Chappelle like Dave Chappelle? Al wanted to talk about the shooting in Georgia. Al, tell us your thoughts. Waiting for Al to share his thoughts. Al Johnson. You called me Campbell. Oh, okay, my bad. I don't know why I saw Campbell. It's Richard Chappelle. Okay, my bad. Okay, Al won't tell us. So let me share. Earlier, CNN was reporting 4 dead, 30 injured Now they're just reporting that there are 4 dead and multiple injured. So those were initial reports. Eventually, we'll get the numbers. Either way it goes, it's not good. No numbers are good in this. And one number that is really hurting my heart is that a few news outlets, they're reporting that they have a 14-year-old in custody for this shooting. A 14-year-old in custody. Just at 14, you've ruined so many lives. I mean, if this is the 14-year-old, if this is the person, but first, if the reports are true. And second, if the 14-year-old is the one who did it, you've ruined so many lives, including yours, at the age of 14. At the age of 14. I've been trying to remember back to 14. 14. Ugh. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You haven't experienced much. And I get your feelings or whatever, and I don't know what led to it. There's very little to no actual justification for it. It's a horrible thing. It's just a horrible, horrible thing. I don't actually know what to say about it. What can you say? What can you say? You try to put yourself in the place of the kid. These kids. I was reading one account, and they said a teacher came running down the hall. Well, they heard what they thought sounded like shooting. And hold on a second, CK. They said they heard what sounded like shooting. A teacher came running down the hall and told them there's an active shooter. So the teacher in the classroom locked the door, and then they went, I guess, to the back of the room or wherever, and they huddled. And they heard somebody trying to get in the door. They heard somebody banging on the door saying, "Open up, open up." And they didn't open up. They were huddled, I guess, in whatever part of the room, afraid and crying and sending text messages to loved ones. The person eventually went away, and they heard more shooting and more crying, or more shooting and more yelling. And I never had to, of course, never had to deal with anything like that at school. You know, we had tornado drills. We didn't have active shooting drills. We didn't have active shooting drills. Like, just the thought of exactly what to do. People be like, "Oh, you'll never know what to do until you're in that situation." Well, that's why you have drills and stuff for that stuff. And it's sad. I mean, it's good, but it's sad that these kids now know exactly what to do when they hear shooting and crying in their school building. They know exactly what to do. They can just execute the plan. Why does there have to be a plan? I'm glad there is a plan, because it's 2024 in America, and this is something that happens. It's like it's not a uncommon thing. You live in America in 2024. You know that people from time to time shoot schools up. People get killed in schools. You know it. Nokia says maybe that's why these kids might need their phones. I was actually kind of thinking the same thing. What's going to happen, let's say, at a school where they've decided kids are not allowed to have their phones anymore? That phone ain't going to stop the bullets or nothing like that. But to be able to get your phone, and if it's the last text that you send to your mama, I love you, you might not have an opportunity to do that. Oh, but they cause such disruption in the classrooms. I get it. It's different stuff. I get it. But it's just terrible that we have to keep dealing with this. CK.
Hey, man, how you doing, brother?
CK, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm listening to the subject matter, avocados and school shootings. Only the king of talk. Only the king of talk. Because you say you are a fan of Seinfeld, right?
Yeah.
Avocado is the Seinfeld of food. It's a food about nothing. Tasteless. It's the closest I can give you as a description is rice cakes. You remember rice cakes, the first
I remember
weight loss?
rice cakes.
It tastes like nothing, right? A bunch of air bubbles.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's a whole bunch of. I'm glad you never tasted it, because when you taste it, then you're gonna make another show about how it tasted. You're gonna be like, this shit is Seinfeld.
Okay.
And you see how popular Seinfeld is.
Yeah.
Avocados. Like you said, it's just for Mexican food, Mexican entrees. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a Mexican eater. You hear me?
Okay.
I eat Mexican. So, but like you said, when I eat Mexican, I don't usually put guacamole on my Mexican. You hear me? I like mild sauce. You know, mild red sauce. It's a little green sauce, a smooth sauce, but not avocado. It's another little green sauce I like they got too.
Okay.
But you gotta be careful, but trust me, it don't taste like nothing. Cause you say you remember you tried the rice cakes before, right?
I tried rice cakes. Come on, hold on. They didn't have much of a taste, but rice cakes weren't horrible. And then they had those they were like caramel rice cakes, and they didn't taste like much of anything either, but it had a little hint of like almost like a caramel popcorn, but it wasn't quite there. So
there it is. That's the description, man. That's it. That's an avocado right there. It don't taste much like now. You might get a little something out of it, but it's for the look. You know, setting up. It's for the theatrics. You see what I'm saying? For like photogenic,
like garnish,
Tyler Perry.
like a garnish.
Yes. Garnish don't taste like nothing, do it?
It's just there to look pretty.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And with this school shooting, I don't think. How valuable are those last messages, sir? Are they valuable?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
I hate.
Couldn't you imagine? Hold on. I could
I
not.
got.
Huh?
I got one before 9/11, man. I got a last message before, but it don't.
You got a last. Hold on.
Bad.
Wait. You got a last message from whom?
My cousin passed away on 9/11 on the plane.
And sent you a message.
And sent everybody. What they call it? What they call them things?
What, a group text?
Group text.
Okay.
Group text.
Did you
That
love your cousin?
Yeah, but I'm saying that didn't ease my pain. I still what the hell is this? Hey, I love you. I think she would have said that to me if she seen me.
It's not gonna ease your pain, but I would imagine that if their parent is still alive, getting a message that says, I love you, and you know that basically that was the last thing that they had and they thought of could give you some comfort moving forward.
So, okay, just flip it around. You in that passenger seat about to die.
All
Do
right.
you have no comfort sending your loved ones messages?
I would think so. Yeah. If something happened and I was about to die, and I sent, either I did a group text for the little baby, for the little girl, and for Mrs. Livingston, for my brothers and sisters, just saying, I love y'all. My nieces and nephews, except for the ones that be hating on me and against me in the avocado wars. And I sent a message saying, I love y'all. Yes, that would mean a whole lot to me. I took care of everything I needed to take care of. You know what I'm saying? My family is taken care of, and they know I love them. I can go in peace.
Now, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying that Trump, okay, she called mama, left a voicemail to mom. But when you listen to that now, all that does is it brings back the pain and trauma from 2001, September 11th. Good God. Do you want to live through that again?
Well, it all depends on how you look at it. If that's the way you look at it. But, like, a lot of people remember that last word that they said to a person. And if it's a bad, like, we argued and, he stormed out of the house and, oh, I wish I could just say I love you one more time. Or, oh, we argued and, we did whatever. And, last thing he said to me was, I love you. And that helps to comfort some people. So it's not, oh, I'm going to relive the tragedy. It's, I'm going to appreciate that this was the last communication that I had with my loved one. So for some people, that is very comforting.
Yeah, I respect. I just, when these kids dealing with this type of stuff, it's still, I think it's more into the white community, man. This is not a black community. I don't think we go around shoot. Is it 30 people shot in the school? Is they black or white?
I don't know. I'm not even sure that it was 30. That was just what CNN was reporting earlier, but that's not still what they have up. But it doesn't really matter, the number. I don't know. I don't know the race of the people, but if I had to guess, I wouldn't guess that it was a lot of black people.
Yeah, we still haven't got into that type of mass shooting. We haven't got into that realm yet. That's still something that they're into. As far as shooting up schools, that's not really a black crime. That's more of a Caucasian crime. When you're shooting mass people in the school, if you notice, I mean, you could trace it all the way back to 90, 96, and 95.
Yeah, that does seem to be the way that things tend to be working out. And of course, it's not because it's white people or because of whatever, but yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem to be.
It's the mentality, man. We don't want to go on a crash dummy, man. We're looking for a way out. But if you're going in to shoot up a school, you're not really looking to make your way home. See, you might go on I'm about to ride on them. Then you're going to make it home. But if you talking about you going to school, you ain't really thinking about coming home, right? That's like a suicide mission.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't have the suicide mission goggles on. We always try to ease up out of it. They go up in there, shoot them, and kill themselves and go to jail. Hell no. Like I suggest, like, I don't think kids should bring guns to school. I think that's dangerous, anyways. Man, as far as like bringing these AK-47s and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they shouldn't. But you putting out a good message, and I can't wait for you to try avocado and taste them rice cakes.
All right. CK, I appreciate your call.
Appreciate your platform, sir.
All right. That was CK. Hold on. No, what are you doing? Yeah, you go there. That was CK. Preston says 4 dead, 9 injured in the shooting. And again, these are preliminary reports because earlier CNN was reporting at least 4 dead and 30 injured. So we don't have, we're not gonna have final numbers in probably the next couple of minutes. So I won't haggle about numbers. Twin.
Hey, White. I'm here, man.
Hey, Twin?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
What's up, fool? You all right?
How are you doing, Twin?
I'm all right, foolie. Oh, Lord.
What's on your mind?
Hey, I got to pick this milk up. Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to call you back, all right?
All right, get the milk.
Hey.
Get the milk. All right, that's Twin. Yeah, get the milk. Gotta get that milk, bro. Get that milk. But yeah, Janice says, I don't know the percentages of races at that school, but a black girl was interviewed. And there, I mean, yeah, there's probably a black girl at almost every school. That didn't come out the way I meant it. I'm saying you're right. You don't know the percentages. And it is what they, hold on a second. Let me get this back together. That back together. Go there. The school is, what they say about hold on. About an hour outside of Atlanta. About an hour outside of Atlanta. So, but I mean, realistically, it's typically not, black people who end up doing that stuff. But it could just as easily be a black person and, majority black victim. Excuse me, something in my eyelash in my eye or something. So, but I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. Nothing's gonna be done in terms of guns being less accessible. Twin?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Did you get the milk?
Yeah, I wasted the thing. I was driving on the hump, and it rolled back the wheel.
Oh, I thought you was at work and somebody was telling you, get the damn milk, boy. And,
No, I already put it all in. 6 kids, it was just that hump I couldn't get over and messed around and it fell back.
Can't get over the hump. That happens sometimes.
Yeah,
What's on your mind?
Yeah. Yeah, what's up? You talking about me scared of roller coaster? You scared of almond milk and avocado? What's wrong with you, man?
Hold on. I'm not scared of it.
No, player. No. You had it right there in your hand, looking at it, about to attempt to drink it and got scared. That's what happened.
I don't know that being afraid is what happened. I decided against tasting it, but it wasn't out of fear.
I decided to get on that ride, but I was scared to get on there and I was in front of the line.
No, that's out of fear. Mine wasn't out of fear. I didn't think that the almond milk was going to do something to me, going to harm me or anything like that. I just wasn't in the mood to taste it. So there's a difference between I don't want to do that and I'm scared to do that. I'm not ready to do it and I'm afraid to do it. There's a difference.
You hate to be called wrong, man, right?
What? Hold on. So you really, wait, just so I'm clear, you genuinely believe I was afraid to try the almond milk?
You said you was about to do it. It's right there in front of your face and everything, and you was scared to drink.
I never said I was scared.
I know you were.
I never said I was scared.
You just don't want. Just admit it. You were scared.
Wait, so you genuinely believe I was afraid to drink the milk?
Yep. Just like you said I was scared of that roller coaster, you was scared to drink that milk. It's just a glass of milk, man. It could have went well with your ginger snap.
So let's do this. Let's overcome our fears together. I will bring some
Hell
almond.
no.
I will
No,
bring
no, no, no.
I will bring some almond milk and guacamole to Kings Island, and you meet me there, and I will drink the milk and eat the guacamole while we get on the roller coaster.
Hey, did you see that AI thing Brent did?
I did.
Hey, that would be me and you, and all that guacamole be all on my face and milk and So you think I would sit up there and give you some guacamole and take that bet? No, I'm cool. I'd rather stay on the roller coaster because I'll be throwing up right there with you looking at it. It's all over my face. Clear, what happened to you? I thought I was at Nickelodeon and got slammed.
No, I would drink the milk and eat the guacamole either right before or right after the roller coaster ride. Knowing you, it would have to be right after we got off the roller coaster. Then we could have somebody standing there, and I drink the milk and eat the guacamole, because I don't trust that if I did it first, that you would follow through.
There you go, man. You just don't trust me, huh? Hey, Manuel.
Yes, sir.
All jokes aside, though, with this shooting, man, it's a shame. CK was right, or you was right. When we was growing up white, where you was, when we was growing up white, I mean, damn, I'm sorry. Amen.
That's all right. That's all right.
When we was growing up, we had school drills, and that's it, fire drills and everything. Drop, tuck, and roll. We didn't, really talk about school shooting. I think that really came about with Mortal Kombat and Call of Duty and all that crazy video game that came out. Man,
You really
I just
think
pray
so?
for the kids.
You really think that people are shooting people because of video games? You really believe that?
To a certain extent, yeah.
Hmm.
And then other things like it can be, from Me Too ass people. Hey, I wonder how this feels just sitting there in that room on a punishment. I wonder how this feels to just go in and shoot up my classmates. And they fall into the devil being their man, and they like, okay, I'm going to shoot my classmate at 9 o'clock. And they go up in there. Sometimes it's, teaching at home or, just that devil, that devil man feels junky in your mind. Just think about it. So like I keep on saying, ever since we took prayer out of school, man, this is what we get, man. Another school shooting. But no, we want to focus our eyes on, and I told you a couple of months ago, I said every election, things crazy happen. And this will always happen. You either get a school shooting or some crazy bombing or some stupid like that, man. It don't happen every year, but as soon as there's election time, there's always some big.
I think there's been a school shooting every year for like the past 20-something years.
But Emanuel, it's not like that, man. The devil's been busy. Hey, Emanuel, you got people on the banks. You got people over there in Palestine. You got them back and forth gatekeepers and Republicans against straight. You don't go with me. You lied. You lied. That ain't true. That's false. That's real. Right from wrong. Wrong from right. It is what it is. You got all this madness going on, crazy, man. It just opened up floodgates, man. It's crazy, man. I don't think I say, man, just pray for one another. I don't think I say, man, it ain't gonna get no better, man. Only thing we gotta do is pray. Like I said, it's back and forth issue and everything going on, man. I ain't with it, man. I'm gonna keep it moving. Because these people ain't playing right out here, man. Because you say something wrong now today, which, might get killed for it, man. But besides that, man, I really think that's what's going on, man. We just got to pray, man. All this school shooting, crazy thing, and I don't know, man. It's just the guidance and love that people don't have no hope for these kids, man. That's how I look at it.
I'm not.
It's hard to catch up, ain't it? I know.
No, I'm trying to.
Time, brother, man.
I'm just trying to figure out what I wanted to deal with first, and the best way to deal with it. I'm not against.
You're not against rappers, but you're against those thugs.
I'm not against people praying for people, and
Why
all of that kind of stuff. Huh?
Why come?
Why would I be against people praying for people?
Oh, you said again.
See, you so ready to jump down my throat. I said I'm not again. How come? Like you
I
about
gotta
to get
catch
me?
with you.
Okay.
No, I gotta catch you before you get your lawnmower started, man. Cause you know you try to flip the whole street. You be on that straight going down south, but hey, sometimes that U-turn, it's deadly, man.
That's what happens.
The way you
bro.
be doing it.
See, you trying to
Huh?
don't try to figure me out. Just listen. Just listen. But I'm not against praying for people. I don't think prayer in school has anything to do with this. Nothing whatsoever. But I'm not against people praying. I am kind of against people forcing people to pray to the deity that you want them to pray to. I have a problem with that. So I don't, think prayer in schools is a necessity. Because
So you rather say, yo, little baby. So you say, little baby, make sure you pray and everything, that you have a safe day at school.
Mhm.
And everything. So you don't see. I used to tell my kids, especially my little 11-year-old, make sure you say your prayer before you go to sleep, and make sure you pray while you in school, and when you say blessings over your food. I tell her that because I don't want to get that call. Hey, is this Mr. Jordan? Yeah. Oh, such and such we have a school shooting and all that. Because when I heard that, when Lincoln Heights was shut down last year before last, I got that call. I said, hell with Kroger. I hauled ass and went straight up to Lincoln Heights. Hey, where my nephew at? Make sure they safe.
Right, but
Because I just get through.
right, but you can pray before they go to school, and you know that they can pray in school. There's no law, rule against. You know what I'm saying? When little baby sit down to eat, her doing a little prayer. There's nothing to stop her from doing that. The thing against prayer in school is, I'm trying to figure the best way to say it, they can't mandate to kids that they pray the way that they want them to pray. That's taking prayer out of schools. It's not, we're going to pray to Jesus. What if we don't believe in Jesus?
I'm going to keep listening to you, man.
Oh,
I
all
got to
right.
do something.
All right.
I'm at work. I'm going to keep listening, though.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, they can't force a prayer or whatever on them. But there's nothing stopping a kid, a young person, from praying at school. So it's not just that's not the issue. People can pray at school. People can pray at school. So, but I don't know. I don't know. And to your other point that I wanted to address, because you keep saying, I don't know where some of y'all are getting this stuff from. Where some of y'all are getting this stuff from. I'm sorry, Janice. Where some of you are getting this from. Something big gonna happen to distract us before the election. It's gonna be a terrorist attack before the election. It ain't gonna be no election and all of that kind of stuff. See, I told you something was gonna happen. This is happening because of the election. It's not happening because of the election. This is from CNN. The U.S. has endured an average of 1.5 mass shootings every day so far this year. There's mass shootings and school shootings happening every year. Well, every day, but every year. So this is not something to distract you or to make you want to go vote. That's just not what this is. This is a horrible, horrible incident where more than likely some child decided for whatever reason, and I saw where I think it was Al who said that it was a bullying situation. I haven't seen that report, but that just because I haven't seen it don't mean that it's not the case. But either way, some person who I think probably was not in complete control of their emotions. They weren't thinking reasonably and logically. They went and somehow got their hands on a gun, which would be a part of the issue. 14-year-olds having that kind of accessibility to guns. Like, if I were 14, when I was 14, I wouldn't have known where to get a gun. I wouldn't have known where to get a gun. They just weren't accessible. They just weren't accessible to me. Now, of course, I've since found out Dad had a gun. I didn't know Dad had a gun. I mean, I knew Dad, you know, growing up in Alabama, hunted and all of that kind of stuff. I didn't know Dad had a gun. Dad never showed me the gun. Hey, come here, son. Let me show you my gun. That never happened. I didn't know growing up that Dad had a gun. So accessibility to these weapons, and they haven't, or at least I haven't seen where they said what kind of weapon was being used. Because again, one of the reports was 30 people injured, 4 dead. That would be at least 34 people shot. Even if Dad had a handgun at the house, it'd have been kind of hard for me to shoot 34 people with that handgun. You know, if I don't know where you keep the ammunition and all that kind of stuff. Access to weapons. Jack says, I guess in his neighborhood, in his house, in his family, he says guns were easy to find. He just stepped off the porch at 12 and there was a gun. Well, again, that wasn't my experience growing up. I would not have known where to get a gun. And I would like to think me as a 14-year-old just running around asking people like, hey, yo, man, where can I get a gun? Hey, you got a gun? Can I borrow it? You know what I'm saying? Like, just knowing where to find a gun at 14, I would not have known. I would not have known. So that is an issue. That is an issue. But I mean, look, again, it's 2024. The world that we live in, young people can get their hands on guns. I hear people talk about community guns. First time I heard about community guns, it sounded crazy to me, like something somebody was making up. And then I start talking to some young people, and they like, yeah, I could get a gun, no problem. I didn't test it. Go get one. You know, I didn't test it. But I believed them. They had no reason to lie to me. And there was a number of them saying kind of the same thing. I don't have an answer, of course, for school shootings. But we watching this stuff happen over and over and over. And somebody got to have some thoughts on it. Somebody somewhere got to have thoughts on it. 5137. Oh, hold on. Let me take twin name off of the screen. 513-717 King. 513-717-5464. If you want to call about that, you can. If not, don't. I don't know really much there is to say about it, except for, you know, to kind of wallow in the tragedy of it. We'll get more information as things come down. Preston says, all guns are designed for the same purpose, and handguns have extended clips, 20 plus rounds. All right. I disagree with you. All guns are not designed for the same purpose. That's just not factually accurate. All guns aren't designed to kill, if that's what you're saying. They're not all designed to shoot the same ammunition at the same distance. So there are differences in what guns are designed for what purposes. And that's just a fact. It just is. Preston says, young folk do have access to guns, but community guns are real. They made that nonsense up. Trust me, I know. Huh? Read that over again, because you're saying two different things in there, and I don't know which one you're saying is true. Are you saying young folks? Just read it over and send a corrected message so that I can understand what it is that you mean. Also, y'all remember it was earlier in the week, or was it last week? And there was this story about this apartment complex being taken over by Venezuelan gangs in Aurora, Colorado. And it was all over the news. It was all over the news. They got video, the guys with the guns and all of that kind of stuff. And we heard that the Venezuelan gang took over this apartment complex, and it was horrible, horrible. And, you know, of course, immigrants. Nothing more needs to be said. Well, the police chief in, I guess, Aurora, says that apartment is not being taken over by Venezuelan gangs. Says that's not true. So a gang is not running a Colorado apartment complex, and tenants are not paying its members rent money, police said, despite speculation from the public after images of men carrying weapons at the building went viral. The Edge at Lowry Apartments in Aurora, Colorado has not been taken over by gang members, according to Interim Police Chief Heather Morris. We've been talking to the residents here and learning from them to find out exactly what is going on. And there's definitely a different picture. I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community, but they're not taking over this apartment. That's what the police chief is saying there. And people who live in the apartment complex are also coming out saying that's not true. The Venezuelan gang members have not taken over the apartment complex. As a matter of fact, these people say that the biggest problem that they have with the apartment complex is that it's not maintained well. Now they say that there are issues with Tren de Aragua. It apparently is a Venezuelan gang. They say they do have a presence in Aurora, and that the police say they've been taking it serious. But they say there's been a lot of misleading information shared about what's happening in our city. Aurora is a safe community. Media have conflated and considerably exaggerated incidents that are isolated to a handful of problem properties alone. City officials said they're trying to address the problems that absentee out-of-state owners of these properties have allowed to fester unchecked. The Aurora City Attorney's Office is preparing court documents to request an emergency court order to clear the apartment buildings where Venezuelan gang activity has been occurring by declaring the properties a criminal nuisance. But they are again pointing out this does not mean that these apartments have been taken over by these gang members. So you never know what to believe. People put out stories, and this is for Twin, and this is an election year, so people do want to kind of ratchet up the fear, and people love a you versus him and him versus you, them versus them, black versus Latino. People love that stuff. People love that stuff. And it plays well for, whatever the base is. Like, hey, let's really highlight this. Oh my God. Let's highlight this and say that this is the problem. But sometimes you got to look into stuff maybe a little more. And I'm glad that these people are speaking out about it. Ron, what's on your mind?
Boy, man, listen. Now, that is just disingenuous, Emanuel.
What's disingenuous?
No, okay. Shit. Okay, so...
Wait, hold on. Before you go any further, can you just tell me what's disingenuous?
The fact that you're making an assumption that it's just a play on words, and they're making stuff up when it comes to those Venezuelan gangs.
Hold on, I didn't make it up. The police chief.
Wait. I know.
Ron, I'm gonna let you finish, but I didn't make it up. I'm not being disingenuous at all.
know.
I am reading an article that's out in the news now.
That is disingenuous, because now this has been going on for a week. The governor, the police department, everybody has addressed it. Now, it wasn't just Fox News reporting it. It was news in Aurora. It was news it was CNN. It was Fox. It was MSNBC. It was
but you're saying that to say that if
wait a minute.
No, because you're taking forever to get to it. Are you saying that to say that anything that we see on the news, if it's on multiple outlets, has to be 100% true?
Nope. I'm not saying that.
So then it could. So the police could be telling the truth.
I'm saying.
You're taking forever to say it.
I'm saying.
Say it.
It's pretty much bullshit that the police will come by and say, "Oh, they ain't really taking it over. Oh, but we gonna declare it a nuisance and move everybody out. But they not taking it over. They not taking it over." And everybody else said that they were. It's been a hot news.
The tenants are saying that it's not.
The tenants.
Yes, they are.
That's the story. That's the story that you reporting. The tenants didn't say that shit last week and the week before.
This is from Denver 7. Tenants. Hold on. Let me read the story since you're trying to make it like I'm making it up. Tenants at troubled Aurora apartments speak out against Venezuelan gang rumor. Dozens of tenants at the Edge at Lowry Apartments in Aurora are speaking out against rumors that a Venezuelan gang has taken over their apartment complex.
When was the article? When was the article written?
This article is from, hold on, scroll down. September 3rd, 2024. Last updated at 12:55 p.m.
That was yesterday, right?
Tuesday, yes.
That was yesterday. Now, for 2 weeks, the governor that chimed in on this shit. The county sheriffs that chimed in on this shit. And everybody, them chiming in on this shit. It's been over Fox, CNN, all that shit. Now you gonna tell me yesterday somebody gonna print a story and you gonna believe that? You gonna believe that?
Oh my God.
And they say, oh, it's not a nuisance. They ain't gonna get paid no more. Ain't nobody gonna get paid. Ain't nobody gonna get paid. We gonna get dispersed
Wait,
the
just
people.
so hold on, Ron. Just so
Disperse
I'm
the people,
clear.
Disperse the people.
Oh my God.
Disperse the people.
Ron.
And they ain't gonna have nowhere to go.
Ron.
They ain't gonna have nowhere to go. We have a housing crisis.
Oh my God.
Have a housing crisis.
Oh.
But it ain't no problem. But they gotta go.
Ron.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Ron.
Hey, Emanuel.
Can we be calm?
If
Can
you
we have a calm, peaceful, reasonable, logical conversation? We don't have to agree, but can we have a conversation?
But you, I mean, you know.
Are you saying no? We can't have a conversation, Ron?
I'm telling you. That
I'm asking you. Can we have a conversation?
I said, man, listen. Now, you already know how I am.
I'm asking.
So
that's why I'm trying to. I'm trying to de-escalate.
So
I'm asking. Can we have a calm conversation?
What you trying to say, Emanuel?
Oh my goodness.
What you trying to say?
First, I'm asking a question. Can we have a
I
calm?
said, yeah, nigga. Come on, what you trying to say?
That is the worst way to start a calm conversation that I've ever heard. Yeah, nigga, but hold on. Here's what I'm saying. I don't know that what was initially reported is true because it is not out of the realm of possibility to believe that politicians saw a story that was being widely circulated and then decided to react to it without getting all the information. That is not out of the realm of possibility. And so it's not unreasonable to me that, yeah, all of these people did it. All of these people talked about it. All of these people reported it. But then somebody went and did a follow-up report and said to someone who lives in the apartment complex, what's really going on?
The people from Aurora, the news stations from Aurora, Colorado, was the ones who broke the story.
Right.
They was the ones that broke the story.
Ron, sometimes the news...
Oh, Jesus.
Sometimes the news gets it wrong, or
sometimes the news gets shit wrong. You dead right, Emanuel.
Okay,
you dead right.
So
okay, but look.
All right,
but look,
I'm looking.
We had that school shooting today in Georgia. Now they ain't gonna go back a week and a half later and say, okay, oh, we made a mistake. It wasn't 30 kids 30 kids shot. It was no kids at all was shot, but if 4 people died, that would be asinine. They not gonna do that. That would be asinine because they gonna verify that story, but before that story get too long in the tooth.
Right.
They gonna verify that story.
That's not necessarily true.
They gonna verify it in a week.
Ron.
And so they not okay. And Emanuel, then if that's the case, then every news story that we done ever heard is bullshit. And we only know what we know based upon what we know right now that the news done gave us. So any story is subject to change.
Right.
I mean, if
I thought we were going to have a conversation. I thought we were going to have a conversation.
If you do
this
that,
is not how conversations work.
If you do that, I wasn't finished talking. If you do that, then that's a given.
All right.
You can do that with any situation.
And Ron, that's exactly the point. That's one of the points I've been trying to make for 20 years now. Just because
Man,
you
that's
see,
bullshit.
hold on, I'm not.
Shit, nigga.
Did not I let you talk? Just because you see something on the news today doesn't mean that it is 100% correct, that everyone has been talked to, that reporters actually did follow up with people, that the information has been vetted.
That hey, Trump, you know what? Trump won the election.
How did we get to Trump?
Everybody ain't been talked to. Everybody ain't been talked to. It's always subject to change.
So,
Man,
so
get that
wait.
bull-
So
get
you're
that-
suggesting?
get-
Wait, just so I'm
get
clear,
that bullshit
you're
outta here,
suggesting that
man.
if we see a story on the news, we should believe it.
That's what I'm suggesting.
If we see a
That's what I'm
story on the
suggesting.
news, then we should believe it.
No, what I'm suggesting is...
That's exactly
I'm
what you
suggesting
suggested.
is
If you see a story on the news, especially if it get picked up by the national news, then you gotta believe it. Ain't nowhere in the world that the national news would pick up a story that ended up being false.
When everybody is zeroed in on a news story.
Right.
Everybody is zeroed in on that news story. Like I said, if that shooting in Georgia, by the end of the night, we gonna know exactly.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Okay, no, you can't ask me a question in the middle of my answer. You can't ask me a question in the middle of my answer.
You're answering a question. I didn't know you were
if the shooting in Georgia, if the shooting in Georgia, it's going to be, culminated between, now and Saturday. We'll know, possibly who the shooter was and all that other stuff. They not going to go with it into next week and then say, okay, like I said, only 4 people got hit and the other 30 didn't get shot. They not gonna do nothing like that because they would have been unverified that story right then. That's just sort of asinine when you think about it. It's just asinine when you think about the fact that the people, they don't want this story to get out. Like you said, migrants, immigrants, and then you said like it's not an issue, but it is an issue, and we can make it out to be a big fucking issue, and we make it out to be a little tiny issue.
Now may I ask you a question? Have you ever heard of, and this is just a question, simple question, have you ever heard of Fred Hampton?
I already know. I already know.
I just asked a simple question. That's either yes or no. Have you ever heard? I'm just asking. I'm asking a question. It's a simple question.
I know who Fred Hampton is.
Okay, that was That was the whole question. That was the whole question. So, are you aware of the news coverage at the time when Fred Hampton was killed? Are you aware of how the news covered it?
Yes.
Okay, and so you're saying because they covered it one way for a couple of weeks, then that means it's the way it is, right?
No.
Hold. Are you telling me that the news can cover something and get the information wrong for weeks and years at a time, and then later on we find out that the information that the news gave us was wrong? Are you suggesting that that's a possibility?
If that's the case,
I'm just asking a question. Are you suggesting? Why won't you answer these simple questions?
So everything is in question.
Hold on. Yes, everything is in question. Yes.
So everything is in question.
Yes.
No matter Just don't know.
I don't even know how I can't scream it no louder. Yes! Everything is in question. Question everything, Ron. Everything. Yes.
I mean, shit. You know what? So, in other words, Biden.
Oh my God! Now you're going back to Biden?
Oh no! Shit! Question every fucking thing.
What? Yes, but we're not
but
talking about Biden. What?
Like I said, some shit.
All right.
Some shit. You can just get beyond that shit. You can get beyond that shit because it's a faction of truth behind it. You know it's some sort of truth behind it. You know that immigrants have taken over a little bit of everything. I just came from the bank.
I don't even know what that means.
I just came from the bank and I've been living in Barn Hill. I've been living in Barn Hill almost 15 years. And it was the very first time, very, very first time I seen four Latino boys walking from that school. For the very first time. I've been living in Barn Hill 15 years. Now,
hold on, just so that I understand.
No.
I need to understand, Ron. I have to understand. Otherwise, you keep talking, and I never understand what you're saying. I hardly ever understand.
I want you to get it from my mouth to your ears.
I hardly ever understand, Ron.
I want you to get from my mouth.
But you're not. But don't you want me to understand it?
From my mouth to your ears in 15 years. I ain't ever known no Latino kids to go to Woodward, period. Our demographics are changing. And especially when I seen them walking across the parking lot.
Now, can't y'all imagine this being some old white man in the 60s saying the exact same thing about black kids?
Which means they had somewhere to go walking across the parking lot, which means they had an apartment or a house to go to when they say a lot of our students.
If this was 1968,
I don't give a
this
shit.
would be a white man saying this exact same thing about black kids. How dare they go to our school? How dare they have a place to live in our neighborhood? I remember a time when you wouldn't see no N-words in our neighborhood. I remember a time when it wasn't no N-words going to our school. This is the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's not 19. It's 2024.
Right. It's rehashed.
And I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about then.
This is the remix.
I said.
This is the 2024 remixed version.
I said.
I heard what you said. It's just the 2024 remix version.
I have never ever.
Give him a southern twang, and you'll see.
Latino children walking from.
I have never
ever. Let alone
no Negro children walking across the parking lot in my neighborhood.
Let alone
in
Roseline. So
in my neighborhood.
Demographics.
So our demographics are changing. Especially. Yeah. When our young children. Our precious young children. Our young children they're saying that they don't have anywhere
to go.
Our young
You
children
know?
say they don't have nowhere to go, but these niggers is in our neighborhoods, walking
Yeah, but-
around, and they got a place to
and
live
I didn't,
in
I
our
didn't say that.
neighborhoods.
I said our demographics are changing, and the issue was the Aurora situation, and I was saying
And
that
the
there's
issue
a
with
level,
what's happening
there is a
down in
level-
Birmingham,
There is a level.
There's
of
a
le- There is
level.
a level.
a level.
Of, there's a level.
A level.
Of things that are genuine in what they say.
It's genuine.
You know, and instead of
These
disingenuous,
niggers
like,
causing havoc
you-
around our country, and now they in
Yeah.
our neighborhoods, walking around and going to school, and our children.
Yeah, but I mean that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly.
And
I am
that's
saying
not-
the same words that you're saying. I am repeating your words.
No, that is.
Yes,
that is
this
not
is
I'm
what you
saying.
sound like,
That is-
just
that
without
is
the
not-
southern,
no,
the terrible
that is-
southern
no, that's
thing.
that is what you.
I'm
make it
saying the
sound
exact
like.
same
That's what
words that you're saying.
That is not what I'm saying verbatim. And
That is not what I'm saying
insinuating,
verbatim.
And that is not what I'm insinuating.
That is not what I am insinuating.
I'm insinuating that
insinuating
there is a real problem.
that there's a real
and
problem.
You say migrants
And you think
migrants
niggers-
and immigrants like there is
You
a
think these
situation
niggers-
that we have to deal with.
We have a
with
situation
migrants
to
and
deal with
immigration.
these niggers.
You saying it like it's not an issue.
And you
saying it
think
like
it's not an issue.
You saying it like they ain't really.
You
thinking
don't
like
think it's an
y'all.
issue. Like they not a real problem.
But it's a trip.
But it
But
is.
it's a trip.
It is a
Hey,
problem.
Hey, my man, they gonna be printing them T-shirts cheaper than you.
Before you know it, them niggers gonna be printing T-shirts cheaper than you.
Yeah, and we do it, and we do it, and it's a trip because that's not what I'm insinuating.
I'm
And
just saying
that's not-
exactly what you're saying.
That's not exactly what I'm saying.
I just substituted immigrants for niggers.
No.
That's all I did.
No,
That's
not
exactly what I
I'm
did.
saying.
You don't like the
That's
way
not
it
exactly
sounds,
what
but
I'm
Ron,
saying.
that is
And
how
that's
you
not exactly-
sound.
And that's not at all what I'm insinuating.
That is 100% what you're
if
saying.
If you, and this is a trick, because you can bang yourself across the chest all you motherfucking want to, because you
All I did
got
was
the
say what you
motherfucking
said.
problem. Because if you okay with
That's what they said to
our
white
homeless
people.
brothers
They were
and
talking to
sisters
white people.
being-
If you
being-
okay
being-
with
if you
your
okay
white brothers
with
and
them
sisters
being
being homeless,
you being homeless,
and you
them-
eventually
them
being homeless, and then
place to
them
stay,
niggers,
and them going to school,
them niggers going
you
to
know,
school,
and then come home and going to a home and apartment,
and them niggers
You-
having a
you a
home in an
problem.
apartment
That's-
while
you a problem.
are homeless,
that's not-
then that is
that's
your
not my
problem.
You
But that
are
is not
problem.
my problem.
If that's okay with you,
That's okay
if
with
that's
you.
okay with you,
If that's okay with
that's a
you,
problem.
then you have the problem. I don't have that problem.
Hey, if that's okay with you, you have a problem because you getting your tax dollars taken.
They are
to serve
taking your
somebody,
tax dollars
serve somebody
to serve
that is not
somebody
a part of your country.
that's not a
That
part
is not
of your
part of your
community.
And you can sit here and make all that shit up.
I didn't
all
make
that,
up. I'm saying exactly what you're saying.
Hey, you can do that yada yada yada.
I'm not
all
yada
the
yada
fuck
yada.
you
I'm
want
saying
to.
exactly what
Hey,
you're saying.
You can do that yada 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 all the fuck you want to.
Ron,
But
don't
it's
be
a
mad at
trip.
me because you don't like what you're saying.
It's a trip. It's a trip. It's a trip.
All right.
Winter is coming, and motherfuckers gonna have to have somewhere to go.
Winter is coming, and you're
Winter
gonna
is
have
coming.
to have somewhere to go.
Hey, motherfucker, you gotta say motherfuckers. Motherfuckers gonna have to have somewhere to go. Bye.
And he swear I'm making it up. Ron, I said what you said. It just sounds really racist with a really terrible white southern racist accent to it. But it's exactly what you were saying. That's why I can't get with y'all on that. Because it's the same thing. It's the same thing that was said about us. They gonna take your job. Why they going to school with our people? It's the same thing. You get mad at me. No, you can say what you want to say, but you ain't saying what I'm saying. I'm not insinuating what you saying. I'm saying exactly what you saying. I told y'all this happens to me all the time. This happens to me all the time. I told y'all. People say stuff, but they don't like it when they hear it back, because in his mind, that's not what he was saying. Somehow, somewhere in his mind, the message that he was sending was a different message. And so I have to be twisting his words somehow, because when he hear it back, it don't sound like what he think he's saying. Y'all heard it. I was literally repeating his words. But it sound racist. It sound racist. Now he's in the chat. You say, that's not what I said. You trying to send that message, but you boss. Will y'all please tell Ron that I was repeating him word for word? Okay, I switched up immigrant with niggers. And I might have switched up our country with our community. But will y'all please tell him that I was repeating what he was saying? Because he really don't think I was. He genuinely does not think I was saying what he was saying. Because what I was saying sounds racist and sick, hateful, vitriolic. He genuinely does not believe I was saying what he was saying. But yeah, they say, but back to his to the kind of overarching point that he was making, is that you have to believe the news when they report something. If it's picked up by the national media and then politicians speak on it, it's gotta be true. It's gotta be true. And then another station comes in and ask some more questions to the people involved. And they say, look, I know how the story got out there, but that's not actually what's happening here. Sure, we have some problems, but it's not what they're saying it is. Well, that ain't true because the news reported it 2 weeks ago. Sometimes they get stuff wrong. Or, they don't, because there's a little bit of nuance to almost everything. So, okay, you talk to a couple of people who were scared, because this is what it seems like to me, even though I can't say with 100% certainty. Seems like they got a problem. Yes, there's some Venezuelan gangs in the area. And they got a problem. They genuinely have a problem. And y'all know, you know, when a place is run down and, you know, not well taken care of, a lot of times maybe law enforcement is not as vigilant in that area. And so things are allowed to slide out of control. So some gangs found a rundown space that's not well taken care of, that they let crime go. And some of them have moved in and they've become aggressive. And a few people saw it and said, hey, we scared. They done took over our apartment complex. I got video. You can't argue with video. They out there with the guns. We synced them. We synced them. So you talk to a few people and they're like, yeah, they done took over. So you run with the story. The story gets picked up, and then another station comes in and says, okay, this story got picked up. This is a big deal. Let's go talk to some more of the neighbors. And the other neighbor's like, look, we're not living in a good situation. But they haven't taken over the apartment complex. We don't pay them rent or nothing like that. Some of them do live here. And yes, it's bad. But no, they haven't taken over. It's kind of blown out of proportion. It's not what it seemed like. So really, well, let's go talk to the police chief. And the police chief say, look, it is not a good situation over there. But it's not as bad as the media made it sound. It's not as bad as the media made it sound. That's not unreasonable. That's not unreasonable. And they're like, look, because of the kind of apparently rundown nature of the building and they don't take care of it and all that kind of stuff, we realize that there's an issue there. So we're really focusing on what's going on there. And because conditions are right for crime to flourish, we really just want to shut the whole building down. Does criminal activity happen out of that apartment complex? Yes. And we're at a point where we feel like the best thing to do, since the people who own it ain't taking care of it, and there's nothing that the tenants can do, we just don't. Basically, we're going to kick everybody out, we're going to declare it a nuisance, and then we're going to take it over. Now, we all know how that ends. I don't know. We're going to take it over what? Maybe we're going to sell it. Maybe we're going to rehab it. Maybe we're going to sell it to 3CDC. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do something with it, rehab it, and then move people back in. But we got to take some drastic steps in order to take it from the person who owns it, who's not taking care of it. That sounds reasonable to me. I mean, it sounds reasonable that could be the natural way that the story develops. Now, it's not as sexy as a Venezuelan gang has completely taken over a apartment complex and is holding the tenants hostage and making them pay them rent. Now, it's not that sexy. But it could easily be true. But again, Ron asked a good question. So are you saying we should question everything? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been a proponent of question everything forever. Question everything forever. Ron says, no, it's not true. You just made it up. What did I just make up, Ron? What did I make up? Everybody watching this, everybody can see it. Everybody heard us. Everybody know I didn't make anything up. No, Ron, you actually did ask the question, do we just question everything? You did ask that question. I remember because I was screaming as loud as I could, yes. You question everything. You question the stuff that you like, you question the stuff that you don't. I don't know. Shahara says she's here. She's checking in. She's representing Mason today. She late in the mug. She says, I heard there was a shooting at a school in Georgia, but didn't know people died. You are late in the mug. All right, now they're reporting 2 students and 2 teachers were killed in the shooting. Another 9 people have been taken to hospitals with injuries. The shooter was a student. They're 14 years old. The high school received a phone call this morning warning there would be shootings at 5 schools and that Appalachia would be the first. That's what CNN is reporting as factual. But again, Ron, all of that is subject to change as they get more information. Again, as it stands right now, CNN is reporting 2 students, 2 teachers killed. Another 9 people taken to hospitals with injuries. The shooter was a student at the school. The student is in custody. The student is 14. And that the high school received a phone call this morning warning there would be shootings at 5 schools and that Appalachia would be the first. Ooh, somebody gonna have to pay for that, I think. Somebody gonna have to pay for that. I mean, I know you get a lot of these kind of crank calls. Do they still call them crank calls? A lot of these calls with people saying, you know, threatening the school, we gonna shoot the school, or we gonna do this, we gonna do that. But usually they have to take every one of them, they have to take it serious. You got to take it serious. You got to shut down the school. You got to do whatever it is that you got to do. If they got a phone call this morning saying that there would be a shooting and the kids were still there, it's very possible that somebody gonna be the blame. Like if you got the call, why was the school not shut down? Well, we get calls all the time, and every time we get a call, what, we just supposed to shut the school down? Yeah. You got to take every one of them serious. And that's why the punishment for making these fake calls about school shootings and stuff like that has to be extreme. Because if you get a call, you got to take it serious. But, you know, the whole boy who cried wolf and all of that kind of stuff. So you do it so much that people are like, oh, we got another one of them calls today. Really got another one today? We really got to shut it down. We got to shut it down. Send everybody home. Call the parents. Oh, we got another one today. Another one today. And eventually you're like, oh, we got another one of them calls today. We ain't got so many of them calls. Like, whatever. Ain't nobody coming here to shoot up the school. Fame says S, because y'all know I don't cuss. Fame say S. The feds allowed a guy with a rifle to post up near a presidential candidate. The feds Be they the FBI or ATF or Secret Service, they are not doing their jobs right now. I feel bad for everybody involved. Yo, Underwood said, "What's S, Emanuel?" It's a profane word that apparently you're not allowed to say on the radio, but you're allowed to say it on TV. But because of my high standards, I refuse to say it. Some people say it like excrement or, whatever. It begins with an S. Rhymes with tit. Janice says, working for CPS in the main building, I received a bomb threat. The entire building had to evacuate, I'm sure she means, and the fire department and police had to go through the entire building. Seabree says, if you have to say, I don't cuss, that means you cuss a lot. No. Bah. That's just not true. I don't cuss. I feel like somebody gonna get in trouble for that one. And maybe they should. But you said your higher standard. You meant to your higher hygiene. What? What? What are you talking about? I meant my standard is higher than TV because they say the S word on TV, but my standard for myself is higher than that they have for TV because I don't say the word. My hygiene had nothing to do. What are you talking about? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all know that vexes me when people say stuff and I genuinely don't understand. He's saying it again. Nah, your higher hygiene. Do you know what hygiene means? I don't know. I'm not sure that I think you're misunderstanding the word hygiene. I'm pretty sure that you don't understand. Either you don't understand what hygiene means or you don't understand what I was saying. Because me not cussing has nothing to do with my higher hygiene. I don't know what that means. Can somebody help me? I don't know. I genuinely, and y'all know I be wanting to understand. Oh, he said I'm being extra. Okay. Whew. Okay. Because I really genuinely didn't understand. Okay, I appreciate you. All right. Ron says, you should have known I was going to follow up on this story. You told a half-truth, Emanuel. Okay, clue me in. What did I tell? What did I say? Because I'm different, apparently, than a whole lot of other people. I like to be corrected. So, if I told a half-truth, what half-truth did I tell? And please correct it so that the whole truth is out there. Because I don't want to be wrong. Everybody knows. Y'all could say it with me. I want to be right. Everybody knows that. It's one of the things about me that people hate. Everybody knows I want to be right. So correct me, please. Yeah, Ron, I'll let you call back in. I'll let you call back in and explain the half-truth. I won't even interrupt you. Well, hold on, let me take that back. I might interrupt you. But again, just for my understanding. I'm just... Hold on. See, because I don't... Y'all know I like to be right. So, hold on. Let's do this. Get rid of her. Let's add. Come on, type it. Okay. Go there. Put that in there. Paste that. Hold on. Oh my God. Ron, ain't nobody reading all of that. Okay. Now hold on. I might go silent for a second, but I'm gonna go there. Okay, y'all should be able to hear me. Because you're saying I told a half-truth. I don't want to have told a half-truth. I want to tell the whole truth. Tenant, this is from Denver 7. Hold on, why are you not interacting the way that I want you to interact? Close that. Oh, come on. Oh, it is not letting me scroll. Y'all, hold on. I like to be right. Oh, come on. You're not supposed to do this. You're just supposed to let me do what I'm doing. Tenants at Trouble the World Complex speaks out against Venezuelan gang rumors. Dozens of tenants at Edge Lowry Apartments in Aurora are speaking against rumors that Venezuelan gangs have taken over their complex. It won't let me scroll. Oh, I don't believe this. Hold on. Because I want y'all to see the story, to not think that I'm making this up. Hold on. Hold on. I don't want y'all to think I'm making this up. I want y'all to see the story. Why will you not scroll? Okay, hold on. I have to do it again. I'm gonna try it one more time. Browser source. Okay. Paste. Okay. Interact. All right. Now it's letting me do it. Hold on. All right. Let's put that there. Fade here. Y'all please forgive me. I'm gonna try this last time. Okay. We're gonna close that. I'm gonna get as much of it up there as y'all can see before it doesn't allow me to do anything. All right, so now I got as much of it up as I can. So let me go through. It's just really up there so y'all can see that I'm not making it up. Residents at an Aurora apartment complex speaking out against the narrative that their building is being taken over by a Venezuelan gang, saying it isn't true. Tenants Tuesday at the Edge at Lowry Apartments held a press conference to dispute claims about gangs taking over the complex ever since viral videos allegedly showing the gang Tren de Aragua breaking into apartments have been shared by people all over the world. Many tenants tell Denver 7 they do not believe the gang is present at the complex. They said the most significant problems they've dealt with are the uninhabitable conditions of the building they're living in. One tenant, who is from Venezuela, said he now feels targeted since the rumors began circulating. I'm scared to go out. They're accusing all of us at the complex of being in gangs, and this is completely false. Tenant Oscar Rojas said in Spanish, it's completely false. There are good people here, families. There's always going to be crime everywhere. Despite Denver 7's efforts to get answers from officials, there was little context surrounding the viral videos. That's all I'll read because that's all that you guys can see. So I didn't make anything up. I didn't tell a half truth. I read a story. If we had a meet and greet for the afternoon experiment, would it be civil or would we need Lisa Baker? What in the hell would we need Lisa Baker for? We're not going to have no donuts there. Why would we need Lisa Baker? I don't understand that. But I'm pretty sure it would be peaceful and civil. I'm certain of that. She's law enforcement, right? If you say so. But what would she do? A comedy routine? If we have a little mixer, we're not going to have a comedy routine. We're not going to have a, stand-up. That's what she seemed to be good for. Do a little stand-up, tell some jokey jokes. So, I don't know. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate everybody coming, hanging out with me. Ron says, why y'all be thinking me and Emanuel be beefing like that? Yeah, no, it definitely ain't that kind of deal. Definitely not. Me and Ron is cool as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, no, I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If you believe in prayer and all that kind of stuff, pray for them people who lost their loved ones. Pray for them people who lost their loved ones today. Jerica says, I was serious since there's so much tension. Who is there tension with? The people who there's tension with, either they wouldn't show up or they would really just kind of hang around in the background. That's really the way that happens. When you do stuff like that, they either don't show up or they hang out in the background. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because once people like really meet people, most times they realize this is real life right now. All that other stuff, not so much. All right, everyone. So I didn't say y'all, Janice. I didn't say y'all. Pray for, again, if you believe in prayer. If you don't believe in prayer, then don't do it. But if you believe in prayer, pray for them people who lost their lives and those people who are injured, and for the family of for the 14-year-old as well, and for the family of the 14-year-old, because they about to go through it. They about to go through it. And, first responders and stuff, the trauma that they have to deal. You walk up in the scene and you find you have to now deal with 2 dead young people and 2 dead teachers and a host of other wounded people. Just pray for everybody involved in the situation. Everybody involved in the situation. I don't know, Jack, I'll answer your question. You walk into Chipotle, and inside is Nathan Ivey and Lindsay Bowler. What you gonna do? Get my Chipotle. I'm gonna wait in the line. I'm gonna order my order. They gonna put it in the bag. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna go get my forks and my napkins, put them in the bag, and I'm gonna leave and go get in my car. That's it. What did you think I would do? Just curious. And of course, as you are out and about today, be the reason that somebody smiles. Until next time, I'm out, everyone. Peace.